Cater's Super Showcase 2025. I'm Princess Shortcake, and I'm very, very, very excited to be your host for this next block of absolutely incredible showcases and speedruns, all in support of CARE. Whether you've been here from the start or you're just tuning in, we are so, so glad to have you with us. Now, coming up, we have something a little bit different to show you all. Aalaizah is going to be joining us for another episode of No Wrong Weft, which is a staple segment of our weekly showcases, Attract Mode, that highlights the incredible crafting skills that our Lady Arcaders have to offer. She will be continuing her arcade cabinet cross-stitch. And afterwards, Grey Goo Glitch will be bidding their way through a Buy the Pawn Shop easy speedrun of Storage Hunter Simulator. And while we finish getting the fabric and thread ready for No Wrong Weft, make sure to get your donations in at ldy.gg/donate if it's within your means to do so. All donations go directly to CARE. And if you're someone who likes to make a choice, you can help decide which color Aalaizah will start her cross-stitch project with today. Will she start with dark blue, bright pink, or black? You get to decide. And again, you can do !donate in the chat as well, or scan that QR code on your screen if that's a little bit easier for you to get those donations in. It's going to close at the very start of the showcase, so you just have like a tiny bit of time to get those donations in. And I do have one donation I'd like to read for you really quick before we get started with No Wrong Weft. We have $5 here from Perk, who says, G-rate, G-ob on that G-Force run. Let's have a great weekend. And I completely agree. This is going to be such a wonderful weekend of speedruns and showcases. And we will be right back in just a minute with No Wrong Weft. With that, folks, I am hearing that the fabric is prepped, the needles are threaded, and the pattern is ready for No Wrong Weft. So, Aalaizah, let's cross those stitches.
Hey everybody, I'm Aalaizah. This is No Wrong Weft, a series of showcases where I'm cross-stitching a Lady Arcader's arcade cabinet. We started the first episode by designing the pattern itself, and so here we are. We've stitched a little bit, and we're going to keep going and see how far we can make it tonight. And I've got some awesome commentary here with me.
Hello, I'm ValeriaAsteria. You've seen me around.
And I'm Sanaerys. This is my first commentation, so you haven't seen me before.
Alright, before we get started, we have a bid war for what color I'm stitching tonight.
We do. Would you like to know where we ended up?
I would love to know.
We are going to be starting with bright pink, with $40 raised for CARE. Bright pink is the winner.
Nice. Alright, that's going to be so much easier on all of us. Let me just grab the thread real quick.
Look how bright that pink is.
Right?
What kind of thread are we using for this?
I have the other two threads here so that you can see how awful it would have been. This is... Alright. We can go ahead and start the timer in 3, 2, 1, go. And I'm just gonna sew. I like to do what's called a loop start. So when cross-stitching, there's normally a number of threads, anywhere between like 1 and 4 usually, depending on the fabric you're using. And most of the time, like when you first start cross-stitching, what a lot of people do is it's called burying the thread, which is how I end my stitches still. But okay, there's the camera right here. So you can kind of see the back where the thread is going along those stitches. That's where I've buried the thread to end it. It's a little bit harder when you're first starting because you have to keep the thread from coming all the way through a hole. So what I do instead is called a loop stitch. I'm gonna try and make sure I'm in the right spot. Yeah, okay. So basically, I use one piece of thread for what's the equivalent to two stitches. Hi, Domino.
I'm gonna mention.
What are we gonna mention?
Domino.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what just happened? So basically, I've got one piece of thread that I looped over instead of two, and then I've just gone through the stitch itself so that the loop is holding on to the thread. And loop. And that's how we're gonna start. And this will be interesting because this section is kind of small. Why does it feel like... Oh, wait, I gotta be careful. I forgot I've got blue thread back here. Okay. Just get that out of the way so I hopefully don't accidentally stitch it into the pink.
So I noticed you have all of those white marks all over. Are those just guidelines for the pattern?
Yeah, so the pattern itself has thicker grid lines every 10 stitches. So what I've done is I've added a thin line going up and down and left and right every 10 stitches. That way I can more easily tell when I can't count, because I can't count.
Mood.
We are speedrunners here.
My dog is so distracting. What is he even doing? He's just tippy-tapping around the room. Oh, jeez. Okay, wait. This blue thread has got to go somewhere. Let me find...
Cross-stitching is definitely something I feel like I could easily get into as someone who both has experience with sewing and sprite work. I just never have.
Oh, definitely. I mean, yeah, that's... the cross-stitching is super simple. It's just, it's a stitch one direction and then a stitch the other direction.
It's almost like a cross.
Yeah. Yeah, almost. Okay. There we go. Now I've got that out of the way. Okay. And now that's size heavy.
So what makes cross stitch different from like other types of embroidery?
So there's kind of two other main types of embroidery. Embroidery, which tends to be done with a lot of straight lines. What did I do to my thread? I'm sorry. There we go. Knots and thread is like the biggest issue with this, and normally this is a small enough piece of thread that I don't do that, but so embroidery, I wish I had something nearby to show, but all of the stitches basically go in the same direction, and you tend to do it on a regular piece of fabric. Whereas cross-stitching you can do on a regular piece of fabric. It's just a little bit harder, and you normally use something called a waste canvas. And then there's also something called black work, which is basically in cross-stitching, sometimes we do what's called backstitching to add just like single lines of thread to add definition to the cross-stitch. And black work is basically just all that.
To know.
While you're working, do we have time for some donations?
Yes, please.
Perfect. And I have a very exciting update. We have passed $600 total raised for care, and it is only day one. Chat,
That's
you are all
awesome.
crushing it. You are crushing it.
job,
I'm
Chat.
so proud of you. And I would like to shout out some of the donations that helped us get there. We have $10 from Mel Crochets, who says, "So excited for No Wrong Weft at last. Let's go crafting." And we also have $10 from Regali with no comment, but both of those donations also went towards an open incentive that we currently have, which is going to be to randomize the bosses in Time Spinner, which seems really exciting. And I know that randomizing in games is like really, really cool. It's something that I've been wanting to get into, so I would absolutely love to see that get met. And they also went towards an open bid war that we have, which goes for choosing the language for Lost Judgment, the Kaido Files Any %, which is very exciting. And that one does close before the start of that showcase. So you have a little bit of time, but get those bids in if you'd like to choose the language for that.
What are
Exciting.
the language choices?
The language choices, thank you so much for asking, are between Japanese and English.
Okay, so most of the time Japanese is faster. So I really hope we get English, because that's my favorite thing to do to speedrunners.
Make things worse for them.
Yeah.
And if it's slower, that just means more marathon.
Exactly.
That just means more marathon, more time to raise money for care.
One of my favorite speedruns is actually in Quebecois.
Interesting. I think it's so fascinating how different games are just different based on language. Like,
Oh, it's not faster, it's just hilarious.
I mean, that's completely fair too.
I am hearing that Japanese is faster by 10 whole seconds.
Oh yeah, definitely English.
Just for everyone to know.
Yeah. No, let's go English, y'all. It's a weird sentence to say. I'm sorry for that. It's funny, one of the games I speedrun, Brave Fencer Musashi, the English is actually faster than the Japanese because there's a couple of bugs that don't exist in the Japanese, and the Japanese prints out like character by character.
Oh.
So
Yeah, I've had it explained to me how it's like, sometimes it's text box by text box, sometimes it's word by word, character by character. None of it makes sense to me. I just watch people speedrun.
that's completely fair too. Watching speedruns is super fun too. All right, Vale, I think we need to get you cross-stitching. We're just gonna... You said you've done sprite work, you've done sewing, like...
Mm-hmm. In fact, I've decided it'd be a good idea to do sprite work right now, appropriately. So that's my craft for the moment.
Okay, perfect.
I also have a piece of cross-stitching here that my friend made for me. It says... It's on a white canvas. It says, Ace Trainer wants to battle, and it's the Pokemon Gold and Silver female Ace Trainer sprite. And, like, just, like, looking at it, I can, like, very much tell both what you said about how just doing it on regular fabric would be harder, and just what went into making this. There's even, like, creases from the, like, the embroidery
The hoop.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So, sometimes I stitch on a hoop, sometimes I don't. This fabric is weirdly thick, so I was trying to put it in the hoop so I could put it in my stand and not be, like, moving it all over the place. But because the fabric is too thick, the hoop was not having it, so here we are.
No baskets today. That was earlier during the Wolfenstein run.
That was a crazy run.
I only got to see part of it, but it was definitely fun to watch.
We're also looking forward to that run by Pumpkin coming up.
I feel like I've looked at the schedule like so many times and I still don't remember who's running what when. But that's okay because I'm just going to leave it on always. except for when it's not live, which is rude.
Time is an illusion, and so are pants.
Truth. So we talked about fabric. This is a type of fabric called Ada normally. There's a couple of other like common cross-stitching fabrics too. This is the one that most people start out with because as you can kind of see that like it is very grid. The way the fabric is woven is specifically to make it so that you can easily make even crosses for cross-stitching. And comes in a few different, like, they call them sizes or stitch counts. So this one, I'm 90% certain, is a 14 count, which means there's 14 stitches per inch. They go up. One of the projects I'm working on right now, I'm doing on 18 count. I've seen people do stuff on like 28 and 32 count. And I'm just like, how do you see that? But
those are some small stitches if you're getting up to those numbers.
Right?
Maybe they use those little magnifying glasses stand things.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't be able to see that many stitches in 1 inch.
Just put that in the wrong hole. The nice thing is when you mess up, if you notice you mess up soon enough, it's super easy to just go back through and undo the stitch. The other fun thing, though, is because you're the only one staring at it for as long as you're staring at it, once you're done with it, you'll stop noticing whatever you messed up. You'll notice it the entire time you're stitching and kick yourself for it, but
afterwards it all blends together.
Exactly.
So would you say that this is something relatively easy for other people to pick up?
Definitely. It's so there's lots of like pre-made kits that are super easy. They come in like kind of different difficulties, anywhere from like ones that are like maybe 4 inches large and just like huge looking animals for you to stitch, to things that are super complex and like 70 different colors. And it's just count. You know, the hardest part is figuring out where to start. And it's easiest if you're gonna grid the fabric like I did. If you don't, people have different ways of starting depending on where they want to start.
I would be worried I'd get the grid wrong.
I mean, that's also fair, and it would not surprise me if I did, but also, at least then everything is wrong together.
You know, that's a good message.
Poetic.
Indeed.
And this is the end of this first section of the cabinet.
Woo!
So now we're just gonna flip over to the back. We're gonna bury the thread. Just kind of go back through some of the other stitches I've already done. And then
That is a very organized back.
I try. Sometimes. I've definitely found it's easier for me to just keep the back organized than to let it become messy. Like, it just works better for my brain. But there's also one of my favorite things to see on the cross-stitching subreddit is just all the different ways that people do their bags. And then since this is leftover thread from the previous stitches, I'm just gonna go ahead and bury it on this side so you get to see what I mean. So now when I'm starting, I have to kind of hold the back here. So this is going to be extra awkward to try and get on camera. Okay. And then, so I normally hold it through the first like 2 or so stitches. And then once you've got a couple of stitches going, there's so much extra like fabric that it has to pull through that it just kind of holds itself.
Mm-hmm.
So you rely on its own tension.
So yeah, so there's no knot there, but if I pull, it's not going anywhere. Which that's something that kind of like a lot of beginners tend to not like use knots because it makes it easier. And it does make it easier while you're stitching, but it then makes it more difficult when you go to like try and frame it if you're trying to use like an artist style frame where it's squished between like a pane of glass and wood or whatever. It's much harder to get that to look right because of those knots. So
like this is so much thicker of thread than you usually use with sewing too, so it's like
yes, yeah, you can definitely see it. I mean, this is, so like I said, this is two threads, but the white thread that's just my normal sewing machine white thread. So and like I was saying earlier, you can change how many like threads you do, and it's going to change the amount of coverage. So some people like really like it to not show any of the fabric behind. They want it to just be like their stitches, and then other people like me are more kind of like seeing the fabric behind is also kind of cool. So if it shows a little, I'm not mad.
So it kind of changes like the thickness of the line you're working.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I can... Oh, as I throw thread everywhere. So this is another one that I'm working on. Let me see if I can like... So this, the Waluigi one is 3 threads thick versus the 2 threads that we are here. So...
Yeah, there's definitely a difference there. You wouldn't think a single thread would make all that difference, but it really does.
Yeah.
threads together strong.
Truth. Also, that project is on like a wooden canvas, and this is the first time I've done that, and that's crazy. I don't like it. I probably won't do it again, but
While you're working on this section, do you have time for me to hop in for a minute?
yeah.
Perfect. I just want to take a second to welcome in everyone who may just be tuning in and remind you that you're watching the Lady Arcaders Super Showcase, which is an all-women and femme charity talent event running from August 21st until August 24th benefiting CARE. The Super Showcase features a bunch of talented women sharing games they love and other gaming-adjacent showcases. Make sure to tune in throughout the whole weekend and tell your friends, and if you're interested about what's on the schedule, you can do !schedule in the chat to see all the cool things happening this weekend. And also type !donate if you'd like to donate as well. And let us know about your crafting projects, because I think I can speak for all of us and say that we would love to hear your current projects that you have going on, whether it's cross-stitching, crocheting, a painting you're working on. Tell us all about it in a donation. I'd love to read those.
Yeah, that would be awesome. So we're just gonna keep going. This is, I wish I had a better overlay so that y'all could see the actual pattern, but this is the kind of right side of the top of the arcade cabinet. Like this center section where I would have started if we had chosen black is like the art that says the Lady Arcaders. So we are currently up there.
Taking it from the top. Makes
That's
sense.
yeah, that's what I prefer to do. I didn't used to because I didn't know gridding was a thing. Like, I don't even know how to, like, my mom's never done gridding, and she's the one that taught me to cross stitch. So it wasn't until I met somebody else in the wild who also cross stitched that was like, yo, you can grid your fabric. And I was like, what? Mind blowing realization. So before that, what I used to do is I'd fold the fabric into quarters, and I'd start in the middle and go like down and right to do that like first kind of bottom quarter, because most patterns also have like the halfway point of the pattern marked on it, so it's super obvious for you to see what, like, where that starting point is, and it makes it a little easier if you don't have the grid. But with the grid, I like to just start from the top left, because I stitch left to right and top to bottom. So
So you mentioned your mom is the one who taught you.
yes,
What's the lore behind that?
it was just something that we did as kids. That's my mom used to love cross stitching. She still does occasionally, but she actually each of me and my siblings each have a Christmas stocking that the front was made by cross stitch. My mom did the first two of those, and then I actually helped her finish the third one because life got in the way of her finishing it. But yeah, it's just always been something that, you know, pick up and put down, and sometimes I get really into cross stitching, and then other times I'm like doing whatever. And I just saw in chat somebody asking, yes, this is just blue masking tape, painter's tape, to keep the edges from fraying. There's lots of other ways you can do it too, but this is how my mom always did it, so it's how I always do it now too.
If I ever manage to get back into cross stitch or any sewing for that matter, I'm absolutely stealing that. That is so smart.
I also, so I actually really like taking my cross stitching with me, like, out in public. So, like, I'll sit there at Ren Fair and just, like, hang out and eat and drink and cross stitch. And it's a lot of fun because people just come up and they're like, oh, wait, what are you doing? And, you know, it's a super easy conversation starter.
Find a Ren Fair to go to. I moved recently, so finding all of that stuff again is, you know,
Yeah.
always fun. But that's why having communities like Lady Arcaders is so important. Because
Yes.
no matter where I go, I got friends all here.
Can I talk about Lady Arcaders for a minute here?
Yes, please.
So, for anyone who might be wondering what Lady Arcaders is an all-women's gaming collective. Lady Arcaders welcomes all women in gaming, speedrunners, developers, and casual fans alike. In addition to our cozy private community, we also run weekly showcases on our Twitch channel, as well as larger charity events throughout the year, like this one. Lady Arcaders is such a wonderful, wonderful community. I know I love being a part of this community, and it's truly wonderful. And if you are interested in keeping up with Lady Arcaders events, you can join the public Discord to get updates. You can type !Discord in the chat for a link that will get you into our public update Discord.
Lady Arcaders has been great. Everybody's like chill and accepting of people, and it's just one of my favorite communities to be in. Part of why I'm stitching a Lady Arcader's arcade cabinet cross stitch.
Mm-hmm.
I personally haven't been here long, but y'all have been super welcoming, and it's so exciting to be able to be here.
Heck yeah.
Okay, so this is
I've sort of like disappeared for a while myself, but like it's been easy to come back.
Honestly, sometimes you just gotta disappear.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
How else are you supposed to make people start whispering your name in hushed corners of tavern?
Have they started doing that yet? That was my goal.
Pretty sure I heard someone over, maybe in Alberta.
Alright, so we now have the top of the arcade cabinet. It's actually kind of cool seeing it. So one of my favorite parts about cross-stitching is just seeing the final image start to come through the further you get. You know, it starts out and it's just a bunch of random colors. Oh my god, I can't see my own thread to bury this. Okay, let me...
Slowly shaping up. That is... So where my mind went to that is thinking back to the recent Gunpla showcase that Sanjan did, and there will be another one for Lass. That's the exact same experience when you're like constructing a part of the Gunpla. It's like, this is just parts. Oh, now it's a foot. I probably should have thought at first how sprite work. I'm experiencing that exact thing right now. Like, I started with just a blue blob here, and now it looks like a head.
Yup. Yeah, it's always so cool. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and just start with some new thread in this next section, because that one was getting pretty short. And some people like to play thread chicken. I do not. Thread chicken is basically where you try to do as many stitches as you can with your current thread before moving on. Like, I've seen people use like a needle threader to help pull it through, and I'm just like, okay, but I could just not take all that time and go back to enjoying myself stitching. So
Why worry about the stress of running out when you don't have to?
exactly.
That's sort of something you have to learn with sewing, too. Like, it gets really hard to do those last stitches on a very short thread. Just add more.
just add more.
Just kidding. Well, I don't do very much stitching. I do a significant amount of ceramic painting, and the debate of to get more paint or to not get more paint is always the debacle.
Yeah.
Do I get up and grab the glaze bottle of the color I need and get more, or do I use every tiny little drop I can? It usually comes out better if you just get up and get more.
That's fair.
But I don't want to waste it.
That's
that's
my
my
thing,
argument.
actually.
I don't want to waste it.
I do the same thing with my my acrylic paints for miniatures. Okay, where I gotta count. Oh no, this is okay.
Oh no.
Oh wait, this is on a 10. Oh, even better. Okay.
Good.
I gridded for a reason. Yay. Okay.
Yay.
But I do need to count.
Yay for prep work, making things easy.
2, 3, 4. Okay. Where'd my needle go? Okay. I normally do my loop starts from the back or from the front, and I was trying to do it from the back, and that would have broken my brain.
Oh no.
So now we are doing some of the section kind of around the screen. The kind of framing around the screen. And we're gonna go... Yes, that is pup hair all over the Ada. His name is Domino. Okay, he's very sleepy right now. He's an old man, but he's my best old man.
Oh, how old is he?
He turns 12 in November.
Oh, big boy.
Yeah, but he still acts like a puppy. Like, we go into the vet and they're like, "Are you sure he's 12?" And I'm like, "No, but that's how long I've had him, so..."
Could be older. Who knows?
Right? I got him pretty young, so I don't think he's much older, but...
It's not like horses where you can check the teeth.
Yeah.
That's an offhand comment out of when you're not already talking about horses. Oh, how old is it? Oh, I don't know. Check the teeth.
It's nice. It's nice that horses have a way to check.
I'm so glad that
Like
we had a
trees.
way to bring horses up. Because horses needed to come back up
Oh,
again.
I can find a way to bring up horses anytime. That is my passion, my life. I even have crafting that involves horses. Like, I could go on
Yes.
about horses all day.
I love that.
Just stop me.
How old do we think Goth Horse is?
Oh, let's see. Well, it's a black base, but it hasn't really faded out yet very much. So it's and though it is the middle of the summer, I'm gonna go off and say that Goth Horse here is probably pretty young and is still shedding and getting new coats. But it doesn't look like it's quite a baby, so it's probably either a yearling or maybe getting closer to 18 months old.
I love these horse facts. Chat, if any of you have horse facts, or dog facts, or animal facts, or horse questions, let us know in donations.
I will happily answer horse questions.
I would absolutely love to field horse questions to you. So chat, please send me some in donations. I would love to read them.
But yeah, for the horse crafting thing, it's kind of the opposite of how your guys' art works. You take a model horse that's been painted, and then you slowly take away some of the paint. So instead of building it up, you're kind of breaking it down.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I needed 5 stitches. I think I'm at 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay.
Woo! Counting!
Counting!
Is counting math?
Is counting math?
Counting
like
math?
precursor math?
I think we need somebody in chat to tell us if counting is math.
Chat is
Wait,
counting math.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
Donate now. Tell us if counting is math.
But then we'll have to count the donations.
I mean, that sounds like a doable problem.
I'll get the graphing calculator.
Chat, you may be wondering what CARE is about. I would love to give you some information. CARE is the charity that we are raising money to support today, this whole weekend. And CARE is an organization founded in 1945 with the creation of the CARE Package. CARE is a leading humanitarian organization fighting global poverty. CARE places special focus on working alongside women and girls. Equipped with the proper resources, women and girls have the power to lift whole families and entire communities out of poverty. In 2024, CARE worked in 121 countries, reaching 53 million people through 1,450 projects. To learn more, visit www.care.org. And that's a lot of numbers. And again, I ask you, is is counting math? Please tell us.
I forget where I was, but I recently saw somebody made, like, hanging earrings out of the plastic counting bears. And I don't know if everybody had the plastic counting bears, but...
I am so familiar with the plastic counting bears. I am an early childhood educator, and I spent a lot of time with counting bears.
I didn't get bears. We had like little colored blocks.
The bears are way more fun.
They sound more fun.
There's a bunch of companies that make a whole bunch of different types of like counting tools now. There's animals, there's sea creatures, there's fruit, there's bears, there's so many. It's super cool.
Are there horses?
I wish I knew, and I bet that there probably is, actually.
I would be more surprised if there weren't. Kids
Given
love
how
horses.
many horse girls there are?
Right? That's... As like every Barbie game had a horse for a reason.
True. Those Barbie horse games were absolutely my thing. I have so many hours and so many of those. It's not even funny. If chat wants to hear my equine escapades.
Gotta let us know those questions.
Yep. Okay, where? There we go. So I've watched a lot of crafting streams, and everybody makes this look way easier than it is.
I have no idea how to help on that. There's a reason I don't have a camera. I think we can see the stitches. We
Okay.
can see the thread and the needle. I honestly think we're doing pretty well here.
Okay. Is this... Okay, yes, this is Final Fantasy VII, okay. Okay.
I want to make sure you're recognizing the music correctly.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna get quizzed on the music. I'm gonna get quizzed on my horse facts. This is just all around fun.
Alright, so this is gonna be a partial stitch, if I can get it where I want it, without going cross-eyed.
I kind of experience that when I'm doing like up close crafts. Like my eyes will do a thing, and it's uncomfortable.
They just
and I have to
kinda
let them
work.
settle for a moment.
What's the purpose of a partial stitch?
So it changes the shape of it. So normally a full cross stitch is a square. So a partial stitch is you either do a quarter or 3/4 of that. That way you have a slant. And it just kind of adds a little bit more definition than you can get normally.
I am learning so much about cross stitch today.
I'm glad. Cross stitch is one of those things that like everybody's like, that's an old people thing. And I'm like, but it doesn't have to be. It's fun. Like,
everything is an old people thing. Everything is a young people thing. If it makes you happy, it's a you thing.
exactly.
If old people are still doing it after all those years, clearly it's good.
Right?
True. It stands the test of time.
I love a grandma activity. That's what I call them. I love a grandma activity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chat, what's your favorite grandma activity? Mine's probably gardening, except I kill everything. Plants don't like me.
Plants also don't like me, so...
This is why I make Lego plants. They don't
Yes,
die.
they don't die. Legos are
a joy.
Legos are a joy.
See, the Lego plants are for inside, because I don't want the cats to eat the real plants. But the flower garden's coming along pretty well. I should probably do some weeding, though. It's been a minute.
I've got cats to eat the inside plants, horses to eat the outside plants. No plants are safe with me.
True.
We have a horse question here for you, Sanaerys.
Yes!
We have
My time has come.
$10. We have $10 from Laszlo, who says, I need to know about the horses. Please tell me what games you played.
Oh boy. Like I said, the Barbie series was, of course, one of always. If I could resurrect any one game that I played when I was younger, I would probably say Lucinda Green's Equestrian Challenge. That was very high on my list. Silver Buckle Stables is up there. Pretty much the Let's Ride series as a whole was just so fun. I still play several of those games, and I was lucky enough to be a child of the DS era, and the DS era Pets games, Pets Horses 1, Pets Horses 2, Pets Horseshoe Ranch, Horse Family. Yes, the DS era was a beautiful time for horse games.
I don't know that I've ever played a horse game that's not a Barbie horse game.
Have you played Red Dead Redemption 2?
No, I've played Red Dead Redemption.
Hey! It's still that's a horse game.
Okay, all right,
That counts.
cool. Yeah.
Have you played Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom? Those are horse games. They count.
You know what? That's fair. Zelda games
That's a
in
horse
general
game
are
I'm
horse
familiar with.
games.
Absolutely.
Zelda, yeah. I loved in Echoes of Wisdom how you could not only get a horse, but you could also carry around a spare horse with you.
Pocket horse.
That sounds so great. I haven't had a chance to play it yet. Oh, okay. I'm moving it higher on my list.
Honestly, I've never played it, but I watch people play it, and it looks like so much fun. And it looks really creative, like you can come up with so many things. So, yeah, check it out. Plus, it has horses.
I need to think of more horse games I've played that aren't Zelda.
I mean,
You would think, like, because I play a lot of speed games, a lot of fast running games, but there's not really a lot of playable horses.
I guess technically World of Warcraft has playable horses. I play way too much of that.
Oh, yes. It also has unicorns.
Yes.
I do. I love me a good unicorn.
Princess Shortcake, do we have any other messages or anything that you could send our way?
Yes, I would love to talk to everyone a little bit about attract mode, since No Wrong Weft is kind of a staple for Lady Arcader's attract mode. And I'd like to let you all know that Lady Arcaders is all about celebrating women in gaming with events and showcases all year long. One of our main series is Attract Mode, where you will find incredible ladies sharing their passions from gaming to cooking to crafting and even more than that. Attract Mode runs every Thursday at 9 p.m. and Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern. If you've got a cool game or segment idea, you too can be featured on Attract Mode. Submissions are always open, so head on over to ladyarcaders.com/start or type !AM in the chat to learn more.
Chat, do you think we can get horses in attract mode?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
For sure.
I'll have to consult Nevada about it, but you may see us there.
Woohoo.
Oh my goodness, wait. This is another partial stitch that I almost missed. Okay.
Nevada can tell us about their favorite video games.
Exactly.
Honestly, I think if she were to speedrun any game, she would probably choose like Rival Stars Horse Racing. That seems the control scheme seems simple enough for her. I mean, she's only 4, so it can't be too complicated.
I was playing games when I was 4, so hey.
Yup, that's when I got my start too.
Yes, but you guys have opposable thumbs.
Right.
Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe Dance Dance Revolution. Doubles.
We'll have to get into dressage training.
There was a recent horse game that I saw someone playing. I couldn't remember what it was called though. I was trying to find it again. It's like an indie game where you race and take care of horses and ride them.
There's
That
actually a
sounds wonderful.
resurgence. There's actually a resurgence of horse games coming to the market now, and I'm super excited. Now I just need to find the same amount of free time as I had in my childhood.
Right?
True.
It's like the worst part about having a hobby like cross-stitching and gaming that both take a long time. I'm like, wait, when do I have time for both of them?
You do one with one hand. Oh, no, I guess cross-stitching takes 2 hands.
Yup.
Oh, man,
I'm-
it's real.
Gaming takes 2 hands a lot of times too. There's-
Just need to become one of those super speedrunners who uses the second controller with their feet or something.
Yup.
Hey, there's an attract mode idea. If you can do one-hand crafting, submit it to attract mode.
I think if my embroidery hoop were cooperating with me, because I have a really nice stand that holds the hoop, then I could probably do it one-handed because I'm not having to hold the stitch. But also, at that point, I'm going to do it two-handed because it's faster. Like, if I'm not having to hold the cloth with my left hand, I'll use my right hand on the top portion of it and then my left hand for the bottom. And stitching goes super fast then. Actually, I'm gonna do-
Looking at the blueprints for this Lady Arcader's machine, I think pink would have been the one that I would want to start with myself, because I feel like it gives a good framing for it.
That's very fair, and that's probably how I should have started the first time. But I tend to go with the color that has the most stitches first, because it feels the best to get that out of the way, and then everything else just goes super fast.
It looks like it would give the pink gives a good like kind of framework to work with as well.
Yeah.
Good outline.
I guess in that sense, I would probably start with the pink, then do the blue, get all that monotonous filling in, and then as a little treat, the black at the end.
As a little treat. Because...
And it looks better in the black will be easier to do once you have the context of the other two.
Yeah, that is
Because
very
otherwise-
true.
Because the black is just going to disappear against that fabric.
Yup. It's kind of a pain to stitch, but I somehow keep doing black stitching on black fabric.
Because the spirit of Goth Horse is with us.
Yes, that's true.
Goth Horse is here in spirit. Which is another good horse movie.
True.
Unironically, that is probably my favorite movie.
I very much enjoyed that movie growing up. That's a good movie.
As I mentioned, horses are my entire personality.
Okay, so one of my other hobbies that I've dipped my toe into a couple of times is making music. And listening to all these awesome video game remixes has me wanting to do one. So that might have to happen soon, because, like...
Yes.
It's so good.
I wish I had, like, actual experience in making music, because I found myself very good at, like, editing tracks for, like, sound mods, and also splicing together and combining tracks for mashups, which is something I really need to get back to. I had a very good Fist Bump Live and Learn mashup that I did a short version of, and I meant to never did. I really need to do that.
That'd be so dope.
I would so listen to that. I like music. I can't make it though. No. That is beyond my skill set, and I admire those of you who can.
I was doing really good in piano class back in college. I just couldn't get into the next class because it filled up so fast. And there's a keyboard in my room I have to set up actually, but I just don't find time to practice.
That's such a mood. I actually recently, I played the oboe, or played. Growing up, I played the oboe. And there's now an oboe sitting under my desk waiting to be played again. But
there are 2 flutes in my house.
So one of the things with reeded instruments is you have to, like, soak the reed some before you can start practicing, so that the reed actually functions right. And I found that even when I'm like, oh, I should play the oboe, I'm like, oh, but I have to wait 10 minutes for the reed to soak. And then by the time that's done, I'm not going to want to keep playing.
By the time that's done, you're doing something else.
Yeah, 100%. But so I recently found out there's companies that have started making synthetic oboe reeds. So I recently got one of those, and we're going to try. We're going to see if I can relearn the oboe.
Attract mode oboe when?
After I've done more than play like 3 notes.
Hey, 3 notes is all you need for hot cross buns.
That's very true.
Yeah, I played flute in high school. It's been a while since I played, though.
You talking about hot cross buns reminded me again about little treats, and I just wanted to remind chat that as a little treat for you, when you make your donation to CARE using !donate, you get to assign your donation to both the current bid war and the current incentive, which we have both open right now. And we are almost halfway to reaching the randomized bosses incentive for Pumpkin Spice's Time Spinner run tonight. And I believe in you, chat, that we can get that met. So make sure that you assign your donation to that target as a little treat.
Time Spinner's one of the Metroidvanias, right?
It is, yes.
Okay.
I think randomizers are so fun. I totally want to see that rando.
Yes, randomizers are glorious. I need to change the settings on my pattern software real quick, because I can't see. Somewhere. There we go. Okay. So this design has a lot of backstitching to just add that little bit of more not precision. What am I? Precision. We're going with precision. Detail. That's the word I'm looking for, actually. So this one has a ton of backstitching that I've done or that I designed into it, but also that's making it hard to read the pattern. So thankfully, the software I use has a button to turn that off. So now I can more easily count.
Oh, that is so smart.
Have we decided if counting is math?
I don't know. Is counting math?
I don't know. We need chat to tell us.
Alright, we are back. Sorry about that. We had some tech issues. We've been having tech ghosts visit us all day. So, should
New
be
one
back
playing
now,
a little
though.
prank, but it's fine now.
Okay.
I think his name is George. George the Tech Ghost.
George the tech ghost. Alright, so this is... Yeah, okay, this one ends in a partial stitch again. Okay, just gonna try and get up a little higher here. Also kind of running out of thread, so we might have to grab some more here in just a second, but...
Time for a thread refresh.
Yup. Also, you know, shrimp check. I've actually been doing pretty good this go round and not shrimping the whole time. I'm very proud of myself for that. Water check. Ow. Okay. Well, I stabbed my finger, so we're good.
Don't do that.
It's a craft staple.
It's a craft staple. The good thing is, so cross-stitching is done with tapestry needles, which, ooh, that time it hurt. Normally doesn't hurt. Tapestry needles are less pointy than regular sewing needles. So, normally...
My thing is that I'm never like shrimping my back or anything. It's just what position my legs are in is a roulette draw. Like,
I make no comment on this because I am absolutely not in a good posture position.
That's why we do the shrimp check.
But my spine doesn't even like it. It's...
That's
Yay,
such a mood.
Stupid,
Oh.
Yay, stupid connective tissue.
Okay, well, I had managed to just unthread my needle before I was ready to.
Oh.
So, this is fun. And it gives me a chance to talk about one of my favorite recently learned fun facts about needles. That makes a whole lot of sense, but there's a correct way and a wrong way to thread the needle, and it's hard to tell, but because basically the needles are poured as a whole piece, and then they have a punch that stamps out the eye. So if you thread the needle the same direction as the stamp went, then it is much easier because there is slightly less or slightly more space. So, needle facts.
That is so cool. And I never would have thought of that.
Right? I've been cross-stitching my whole life, and I just learned this like a month ago.
Is it like visible on the needle when you look at it?
With some needles it is. Definitely the bigger the needle, the more visible it is. I've gotten to where I can kind of tell when I'm threading it, if I'm going the right way or not, and sometimes I can kind of catch it just right to swap it around. But also a lot of people just use needle threaders, which negates the need for knowing that. So yeah, when the thread goes through super easy like that just now, that means I did it the correct direction. When you see me kind of struggling, that means I did it the opposite direction the stamp was done. Alright. Back up here. And then completely forget that this is the first stitch, so I need to not just pull straight through. Alright, there we go. This binder clip that I'm using to hold the other thread is driving me nuts. I think I'm gonna move it to the other side.
I was still checking to see what horse games I also know. And you ever just like find a Steam game you didn't know you had, and you're like, how do I have that?
Yes.
Far more than I care to admit.
Yeah. Yep.
Turns out this one's free, so like, okay, that makes sense when I got it, but
Hey,
Yeah.
free games are awesome games.
There's lots of good free games. Yeah.
Speaking of free games, Flash games from the mid-2010s.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was cool math games because it was the only thing not blocked on a school laptop.
it's about
Just
math.
hits
It must
differently.
Yeah.
be educational.
That's
Or maybe it was just counting.
you know
Mystery
what?
continues.
Mystery continues. Yeah.
The mystery does indeed continue. While you're working, I would love to remind chat about one of our incentives that we have open. And we have that time spinner incentive open to randomize the bosses, chat, and that does need to close before that run starts tonight. So I would love to see your donations come in for that, and I would love to tell you a little bit about it, and about that incentive and what it kind of gets you. So I've been told that randomizing the bosses causes or can cause some really neat things to happen. Like, I've been told it could mean we could have a legally distinct chocobo or a giant mecha kitty as the final boss, and I know that I want to see some happen aside from the already cool things that are going to be happening during that time spinner run. So get those donations in. We're running out of time on that, chat, so get those in. I'd love to get that met.
There we go. Okay. Nope, that did not go. So I'm also having issues. This is kind of a cheaper fabric. It's an unfortunate fact of life that even with cross-stitching fabrics, some of the cheaper fabrics are they're kind of more tightly woven together. And they're a lot stiffer, so they're kind of harder to use sometimes. Especially when you're doing partial stitches. So yeah, this design having lots of stitches and me doing it on a cheaper fabric is not my brightest moment. But that's okay, because it's fun and that's what matters.
Heck yeah, it is.
Did you find any other horse games, Vale?
No,
Okay.
I might need to go into the DS, 3DS stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Peak Horse Girl era.
It absolutely was. That got me through so many road trips. I'm originally from the Midwest, so clearly one of the best vacations is driving 12 hours down to Florida.
Yeah, yup.
Oh no.
I'm from
Why
Texas, I
wouldn't you
get it.
drive?
Full experience.
Why wouldn't you drive?
Yeah,
It's
why
only-
wouldn't you?
It's only 14 hours.
My parents recently got an RV.
Ooh.
And so I went camping with them one weekend. Glamping, honestly. Like, we stayed at a winery. It was a lot of fun. But we were talking about road trips because obviously they road tripped over with the camper. And I was like, at least when I'm driving, I'm in charge of when the car gets turned off. So if something good is happening, it's okay. And if something bad is gonna happen, it's still okay. Because, like, growing up, we would play, like, Animal Crossing on our long car rides. And then we would stop, and Dad would just turn the car off because it's lunchtime. And so we'd have Mr. Rossetti visiting us. Basically always.
Oh no.
Hmm. Does that guy give anyone else anxiety, or is it just me?
I've come to love
play that
him.
much Animal Crossing. But the ability to just, close the screen, go in and do lunch, it was so nice. I miss the DS era. The Switch is quite fun too, though. Gotta admit, there's a lot of fun to be had there. Just harder to put in my pocket.
Yeah, I need smaller devices again.
Or bigger pockets.
I mean, I've got pretty big pockets. I mostly wear Jinkos, and those fit like...
Yeah.
Like, honestly, if I tried, I could fit a PlayStation in my back pocket. It wouldn't do me any good, but I could fit a PlayStation there.
I wish. I wear a lot of jeans because of my job, and it's like, I can barely fit a hoof pick in here.
Oof, yep.
It's like, how am I need pockets big enough to carry all of my horse's snacks. So, yeah. So rude of them not to give me bigger pockets.
Really excited at how far we've come.
Clockwork Ophelia in chat says, pockets can always be bigger.
You know what? That's true. That's very true.
So true.
I'm just glad they're putting pockets in, like, dresses and skirts now. That's
Yes.
so nice.
Thank you, chat, for choosing the bright pink. It feels like I'm getting further because I'm finishing small sections. And this is something I always struggle with because I know that it's going to feel better to do the colors with less stitches. But then they're done, and I'm just left with the giant block of color. So...
It also shows up really nicely on the camera.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it's gonna make, when I start stitching the rest of it, it's gonna make it much easier for everybody to see. Did I do that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yep, okay, we're on 4.
Ooh, counting.
Counting!
Is it math?
We still haven't determined. We still have not determined if it's math. Nobody's told
Come
me.
on, chat.
I
You gotta
don't
tell
know.
us whether or not counting is math.
You have to be accountable for us.
Oh,
Accountable. That's good. That's good.
That was actually really good, though.
You have made so much progress today, Aalaizah. You're crushing it.
Thanks. It's always so cool to just start seeing things like coming together.
It has like arcade cabinet sort of shape now.
Yeah.
And you can see what it is supposed to be, which is so cool.
I do think next time I might have to do the screen, because I just really want to do the Super S. Like, we designed that with chat, and I just need more of it in my life.
That's so fair.
I also need less partial stitches in my life. If I could go back in time, might do a few less partial stitches, but also I think it's all gonna look really cool when it's done, so it's worth it.
Fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
You're doing great.
Let's not poke my finger. Okay.
Good job not poking your finger.
Heck yeah. And I really just love how, like, versatile, like, cross-stitching is. It's like, it's the OG pixel art, so, like...
It is, isn't it?
You know, you can do, like it's really easy to translate video game sprites, especially pixel art sprites, because of that. But then you can really get kind of crazy with the number of colors and how you, like, do all the dithering and stuff. And
Okay, explain it to me like I'm 5. What's dithering?
dithering is pixel art color blending.
God. Good to know.
Basically, you kind of alternate what color each of the 2 pixels are, kind of along the line where the color changes, to make it less obvious that there's a color change.
So it's kind of like a pixel blur.
Yes. Yeah.
Got it. That's really cool. I don't know technology or art, really. I just know horses, and chat isn't helping me out here.
I know,
So,
right?
I feel dumb.
Chat's not helping us with counting. They're not helping with horses. Chat, come on. Help me out. Where's Goth
Help
Horse?
us out.
Pat, you only have 10 more minutes left of this showcase to ask horse questions, so if you want to ask them, you gotta get those in now. There's only 10 more minutes of the showcase.
Oh man. Okay.
Oh man.
Let's see how far
Come on, chat.
we can get. I'm about halfway down the screen, it looks like, so...
I think you can do it. What do you think, chat? You think Aalaizah can do it?
Zoom! Much like dinosaurs in the Turok run. Aalaizah go burr.
That dinosaur was hilarious, and I too like to see dinosaurs go burr.
Such a good run. If you didn't watch it, the VOD, like... Oh.
Absolutely worth a watch.
Big head mode in any video game makes them better, so, like, big head mode in a dinosaur video game, yes.
Just peak gaming right there. Dinosaurs, big heads. Go watch the VOD.
Sorry, y'all are still talking about pockets in chat, and I'm here for this. the infinite pocket versus bag of holding, I'm on team infinite pocket.
What is a bag of holding if not an infinite pocket?
So, but it's one infinite pocket, whereas you could have multiple, because most pants have multiple pockets, so you would have multiple infinite pockets.
Okay, but hear me out. You have the infinite pant pockets and the bag of holding.
Oh yeah, no, if I could have both, like, let's go.
Cargo pants of holding.
The cargo pants of holding.
There we go.
There's also then the question of, do the pockets within the pockets get smaller, or because we're talking about magical items, are all the pockets the same size? Because if they each get smaller, eventually you're not going to be able to put anything in them.
But it's infinite. So I feel like it's probably more like file folders in a computer. So you have little sub-pockets for organizing, but it doesn't take up any space. It kind of just vanishes into the ether when you close it, you know?
That's how I was
know,
imagining, but I don't know. I don't know magic. I know cross-stitching.
I mean, I know magic better than physics, but yeesh. I am firmly a biology and chemistry girl. Physics eludes me, and so does math, which I don't know if it includes counting or not. We'll see.
We'll see.
I hope.
Speaking as a former physics major gone biology focus, respect.
Yeah. Oh, you know, what did you do in college? Oh, I don't know, took organic chemistry for fun? No. Nobody takes organic chemistry for fun.
My wife
Fun
did.
and that class don't exist in the same universe.
My wife also took organic chemistry for fun. So,
No.
yes.
Oh. That was one of the worst things to take in college during, COVID.
Oh, I believe that. I can't even imagine.
That was not a fun COVID class.
Alright, we are schmoovin'.
We do be schmoovin'.
Got some more half stitches, quarter stitches, whatever they're. I don't know. I feel like I call it something different every time. I normally call them either 1/4 or 3/4 stitches, depending on if I do like right now that first one is just kind of like a 1/4 stitch. And then I'll go back and add the other 2/4. And now I'm doing math again. Okay. I can't escape it.
Maybe counting is math.
Maybe counting is math.
Maybe counting is math.
Maybe.
We still don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows?
The mysteries of the universe. Is counting math? Or is math just counting?
Math is the
Like
result
the-
of counting being insufficient, I think.
Or is math just complicated counting?
Yes.
It's like
Yes.
the square rectangle argument.
Speaking as someone who, like, for some reason defaults to mental math for, like, complicated stuff, yeah, it's just complicated counting. Because there's a lot of counting when you do that.
I like to default to a calculator because I know my mental math is bad.
Yep.
Though I do like a good color-coded spreadsheet.
Yes. Yes. A good color-coded spreadsheet makes the world go round. And people that don't use spreadsheets don't realize it.
Just as your mother taught you cross-stitching, my mother taught me spreadsheets. So it brings me much joy.
And then we get into the fact that arts and science are just two sides of the different math.
You take your math out of this math class.
You leave math out of this.
Speaking of math and numbers, we have 4 more minutes left on this showcase. Just to let you know.
Oh no. Okay. We're zooming.
It's the final countdown.
Yup.
Wait, where's my kazoo?
Mine's in the bedroom. It's too far away, sorry.
Mine's in my backpack and it's all the way over there. And I have a cat on my lap, so I'm
Yeah,
not moving.
nope.
It's against the law.
It's against the law. Princess Shortcake, do you have any other announcements while we finish this out?
I would like to let everyone know about some of the cool things happening not on screen, but off the screen related to LAS, and let you all know that our social media team is keeping everyone informed about the showcases happening during the event. So feel free and please do share and repost our account at ladyarcaders.com to spread the word. We appreciate any and all support you can give, and it lets other people know about all the super cool things happening this weekend.
Woohoo! Let's go socials team.
Yes.
We love our socials team.
Meme team, we love you.
Socials team, tech team, organizing, everyone in the background.
Yep.
None of this would be possible without y'all.
Exactly. We love our volunteers. And also, if anyone here in chat wants to volunteer for future Lady Arcaders events, you can also type !volunteer in chat for a link to the volunteer application. We're always looking for talented hosts, commentary buddies, social media pros, technicians, everyone working behind the scenes to make these things happen. We're always looking for more volunteers. So if you want to get involved, you can type !volunteer in the chat.
Right, and then while we
Oh,
wrap
I got
up, I'm just gonna, I guess, shout out to grandma activities. Honestly, shout out to arts and crafts and learning that from other people, and that community. Yeah, you can sometimes find me on Twitch at Aalaizah. Rarely. You're more likely to find me on Instagram or Discord. But it's all Aalaizah on everything except TikTok because somebody got it first. And that was very rude of them.
We are coming up on time.
Oh, I'm so close to finishing this side of the... I'm like, what is that? Oh, counting.
Ah!
Like 6-ish stitches from being on the line that's gonna go across the bottom of the screen here.
Oh my gosh, I have a huge update. Would you all like to hear the huge update?
Yes, I would love to.
Yeah.
We have met the incentive for the run. We have met the time spinner incentive, and that is thanks to a $110 anonymous donation that says, "Bummed I'm stuck at work, but at least I have last 2025 to keep me company. Let's hit every incentive for care." Thank you so much for helping us meet that incentive, and now we get to see the randomized bosses.
That's so awesome.
Hooray.
Woo!
Chat, who's gonna want to watch those randomized bosses with me?
Yes.
Heck yeah.
That's definitely what I'm doing tonight. While continuing to stitch. I have like 7 projects in progress right now, so...
Honestly, who only has one project going at any given time?
That's also very fair. Okay.
Like organized people?
I'm just about out of thread too, so I think since I'm about out of time, I'm just gonna finish up this row and tie it off. And go back to some more video games now that we've had our nice our craft break, our chillaxin time. So yeah, then whenever we come back for the next episode of No Wrong Weft, we'll be going across the bottom to start doing the bottom side of the screen. It'll be a lot of fun and be cool to see the rest of it come through, and the joystick is going to be right around there too. And I lost my needle. That's a later me problem. All right. That is it for me. Thank y'all so much for hanging out. Thank you everybody for donating to bright pink being the color that we did. We made some awesome progress today. And I will see y'all next time.
Wow, what an incredible cross-stitch showcase, Aalaizah. Thank you so much for doing some super cozy crafting for us tonight. Now, don't touch that dial, folks. We've got Storage Hunter Simulator coming up next, and you do not want to miss it. And I just want to say, all of that talk about pockets has me thinking about clothing, which also has me thinking about Lady Arcader's merch. For a limited time only, you can purchase exclusive Lady Arcader Super Showcase merch. Choose from stylish t-shirts or tank tops showcasing the new retro-inspired cartridge design. Plus, don't miss out on the limited edition poster, notebooks, and stickers featuring our event trio, Sprite, Glitch, and Kate. Want to top off your look? Grab one of our 2 newly designed scrunchies. A portion of the purchase price from each item sold in the last 2025 collection will go directly to supporting CARE's vital work. You can check out the entire collection at ldy.gg/shop or type !merch in chat. And for those of you just tuning in, you are watching the Lady Arcader Super Showcase, which is an all-women and femme charity talent event running from August 21st until August 24th, benefiting CARE. The Super Showcase features a bunch of talented women sharing games they love and other gaming-adjacent showcases. Make sure to tune in throughout the weekend and tell all of your friends. We are going to take a quick little break here and get set up for Storage Hunter Simulator. So I'm going to leave you with the cozy music and see you in a bit.